Welcome to the Aviation Insurance Podcast. I'm Tim Bonnell, and as I'm recording this podcast episode, we've just wrapped up 2025 and we're getting off to a start in 2026. And so at the beginning of 2025 in January, so a year ago, I recorded a podcast episode that was the bold predictions for the aviation insurance market in 2025. And so I thought it would be fun to first just look at what those predictions were and then to see how that actually turned out. And so here we go. Let's just get right into it and look at those predictions from last year. So the first one, as I look at my notes, was we'd experience more rising claims costs and increasing liability awards. Um, that claim severity and nuclear verdicts would continue to pressure the aviation insurance market. Absolutely came true. Claims costs and liability awards remained elevated, continuing to anchor the rates and limit broader market softening. So we had some large losses this year. We had the airline loss in the Washington D.C. area, among others, including continued increasing losses in general aviation, and the cost of everything continues to rise. Cost of liability awards, the cost of handling claims, the cost of parts, everything continues to rise, and so that's going to definitely have an impact on the market in 2026. But absolutely true, rising claims costs and liability awards absolutely came true. The second bold prediction of 2025 was increased market capacity and rate stability. So the fact of the matter was we had new carriers. We've had new carriers in the market at the end of 2024. We've had some new markets enter the market in 2025. And anytime you have more insurance carriers, they're wanting to write business. The primary way they can write business is offering lower rates. Regardless how good policy are, people want to see lower rates. So anytime there are new insurance companies in the market, that's called increased capacity. And that means rates are lowered by them, and then legacy markets, legacy insurance companies have to keep their rates down in order to keep the business they want to keep. And so we definitely saw more of that in 2025, and it'll be interesting what will happen in 2026. But absolutely, that came true. The third bold prediction was very much a bold one. We'd see the growth of AI, telematics, and data driven underwriting in 2025. We've seen AI continue to evolve and adapt in different ways in the markets, but sure enough, in the first half of 2025, we saw our first insurance company, Class A, who we interviewed Joshua Ray, their chief underwriting officer, here on this podcast. They entered the market based on AI driven, telematics based underwriting, and they have been getting up and running, writing policies in just shy of 50 states now. And so we're starting to see the impact of AI based underwriting, data, telematics, and data driven underwriting become a part of underwriting in the market. And I know many insurance companies are looking at their systems, improving their software, their structure, their models, as we'll continue to see these things change and evolve in the aviation insurance market going forward. So that one's in progress, but very much came true surprisingly quick in 2025. The fourth bold prediction was that we'd see an emergence of advanced air mobility and eVTOL coverage. Uh, this is absolutely true, but absolutely in progress. The eVTOL manufacturers, the eVTOL movement continues to grow. We continue to see innovation. We continue to see milestones in production, but it's still brand new. It's still new. A lot of aircraft are still in flight test production. And so it's not something that is saturating the market at this point in time. So we are seeing that emerge, and we'll see it continue to emerge. But we're not at the point where it's saturating the market. But it's still something that's definitely continuing to be at the forefront of the aviation insurance market. And then the fifth bold prediction was the climate, weather losses, and sustainability pressure. We said that weather-related losses and sustainability considerations would increasingly impact underwriting and reinsurance, and that's true. Weather losses continue to be a problem for insurers. They continue to increase each year. So that is something that I know aviation insurers and reinsurers are looking at, and something that we will have to address going into the future. Well, there we have it. That was 5 bold predictions for the aviation insurance market in 2025. Hey, I did a pretty good job this year. Not all of it was rocket science. Some of it was pretty easy. Some of it was a fairly bold step and came true. And obviously, a lot of it's still growing and emerging. And we will see all of the impact of 2025 as we discuss 2026. Well, that's all for this episode. Join us again next time as we continue navigating the waypoints in aviation insurance. Until then, enjoy clear skies and unlimited visibility.